Welcome back to the channel, guys. So as you saw last week, we did not have a video last week because we were really busy. We didn't get any time to spend on the project cars. Today's a different story. I've got a bit of free time. Z is still busy right now. He's actually running a garage, so during the evening time he normally comes to the workshop and starts working on the project cars. But last week, guys, he did do a lot of overtime in the garage, so we had no videos to upload. So guys, today I will be working on the Fiesta ST, as you know by the title. Z is working on the GTR when he's free. He's basically cutting and polishing the car. That's what's inside the workshop. And to my left just here, guys, we've got a forklift truck. Now in case you're wondering why we've got a forklift truck, that's because we've got a lot of non-running cars outside, and we basically use this truck to basically move the cars in and out and just move them around. It doesn't belong to us, it belongs to one of our neighbours. They've kindly lent us the truck to move our cars around. So anyways, guys, that's enough about that. If you don't follow us on Instagram, make sure you do. It's at Performance Rebuilds. We do a lot of behind the scenes of what we're doing, so when we don't upload a video, you guys know what we are doing. So yeah, guys, without blabbering on too much, let's get straight into it. Including delivery, it was £45 for these rear lights. Now these set of rear lights I've got in the box, they normally sell for well over £100, guys. Now I actually got these for an absolute bargain. And when I actually purchased these lights, I actually thought the seller will not send them because they went so cheap. But he has sent them, and here they are. They have been wrapped in a unique way, guys. One of the lights have been wrapped around in a towel. So it's in here, I'll get that out for you. You got a pillowcase in there as well, or a pillowcase cover, and a duvet cover as well. So yeah, guys, I'll show you what these lights look like. So yeah, these are the lights that we bought, guys. Check that out. How awesome is that, guys? Those are the LED strips just there, guys. They look so much better than the regular ones, so I can't wait to get these on. I'm hoping they are just plug and play so you can just put them straight in, but I'm pretty sure they are. £45 with delivery for these rear Fiesta ST lights. I mean, the main difference is just the fact that these have actually got the LED strips going down. Apart from that, the rest of the light is pretty much the same. So yeah, without blabbering on too much, guys, let's get these horrible tacky looking lights off, and let's get the new ones on. We've got both of the rear lights on, and this is the one that we took off, and as you guys know, this thing looks absolutely horrid. Don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'm just glad that we got that off and got the new one on. I mean, I'm really loving the LED strips, guys. It looks really good. It really does complement the car as well. When we had the black lights on there, I mean, it made the car look a bit more, I don't know, Babo Racer. Now it looks a bit more civilized with the, you know, standard looking LED lights. So yeah, guys, I think the next step will be to take the rear bumper off. As you guys know, the lower diffuser does have a bit of damage, so we do need to repair it. If you watched the earlier ST episodes, you know that the rear diffuser does have a bit of damage, so we will be repairing it, well, attempting to repair it, see if we can. If not, we just have to get another one. So what I'm thinking is, if we take off the rear bumper, we'll have easy access to this rear diffuser. You can see what we're working with as well, and see if it's repairable. So also the fog light just here, obviously it's cracked just there, so we have to replace that one. I know we've got one lying around the garage somewhere, just gotta find it. There you go, guys, it does have some cracking paint, so we'll have to get that sorted out. So I've got a feeling this rear bumper has been painted before. So yeah, I think what we'll do now is we'll get the rear bumper off, just kind of assess the damage, see what we can save, and see what needs replacing. So ideally we want to save as many parts as we can. I don't want to be replacing parts. As you know, this is a budget build. So yeah, guys, without blabbing on, let's get that rear bumper off, and let's see what we're working with. this is the main source of the problem right now. The fact that all this has been burnt, and the bracket itself that holds the diffuser is burnt all along the side as well. So you've got a massive gap there and a lot of excess plastic that's kind of built up all up here as well. So what I'm thinking is, if we get the bumper and the diffuser separated, once we've got it separated, we can focus on the rear diffuser and getting these two plastic pieces. Plastic. So what we're going to do is we're going to be scotching down, what's it scotching now? We should be sanding down all the area. We will be applying the plastic mesh and weld as well. So yeah guys, next thing to do is basically sand all this area down, get it ready for the mesh and the plastic weld as well. But we are going to call it night for tonight because it's almost 9 and Z's over here working on the GTR panel. What time did you finish today, Z? What time did you finish?
I finished at 8 o'clock. We've actually been fully booked in the garage, so you just only got about an hour to actually work on the wing. It's all completed, finished up. I actually spent 1 hour just on this wing right here, just cutting and polishing it and making sure it's right. There's no point just moving on to the next panel when this panel is not right.
I think this is the best way to do it. If you do panel by panel, you won't miss anything. You'll get literally everything.
Yeah,
So
the reason why I've actually masked it all up is because the compound that I actually use is white compound and this goes everywhere. When it gets stuck on the plastic bits, it's actually hard to come off when it dries out. So it's best to keep this cut out right here, which I have done, which is somewhere around there. Put that back on, cut your next piece out, work on it and just go along all the way. That way you won't get any compound on your panels that you actually cut and polished out.
And also Z's been doing a lot of overtime in the garage, so we haven't had much time to spend on the cars. So he has been working down the garage. So yeah guys, that's the reason why we didn't have that many videos. But like I said before, I've started working the Fiesta now, so I can come down every once in a while, do as much as I can. We are gonna come back tomorrow now because it's getting quite late, so we'll see you guys tomorrow morning. So it's the next day guys, and last night I finished up the prep work on the diffuser, so that's ready to be welded now. So I've got my welder just there, I've got the mesh sheet here as well, and a pair of scissors to cut the sheet. So what I'm going to be doing is welding that joint together. As you guys know, there is a big gap down there, so I need to basically close that gap in and weld that on with the mesh sheet. So I'm working on this right now. Z's working on the GTR back there. He's just mopping it all down. He's done the whole of the passenger side, done the roof as well. As well as that guys, he's working on the tailgate, and then he's going to do the driver's side as well. So the whole car will be getting cut and polished. So once that's done, I'll show you guys how that looks. But for now guys, I'm going to carry on work on the diffuser and just get it all plastic welded together. guys, I managed to finish off the repair work on the rear diffuser. That's all back together now. As you can see, there's not really a gap there, but this plastic here, this white piece, it is uneven because of the fire damage, so we'll have to put a skimmer filler on there and just get that nice and leveled off. But apart from that, guys, it's come out really good from the front. The back side, all I've done is, as you saw, is I put a long mesh plate along here. I welded that into the actual plastic just here, and then on top of that, guys, I put the fibre flex just to give it an extra thick layer so it don't go nowhere. And I put another bracket just here, the mesh bracket, and then one last one just back there. So that's that for the rear diffuser now. We do need to prep it for paint, but I'll do that afterwards. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work my way to the front of the car. I'm thinking if I start on the front bumper, I'll just take it off, and I could do what I've done with the rear bumper, just do the repair work on the crack just here, get that sorted out. Same as before, just fibre flex, mesh material, get that nice and secure, and then get that prep for paint. So yeah, so what I'll do now is I'll get that front bumper off and start working on that. Right guys, so I've taken out the headlights on both sides, and if you look at this one, you'll see that the bracket that holds the headlight at the bottom is actually broken. The one on the driver's side is actually fine, it's just the passenger side one that's broken. So I've taken them out. As you guys know, both of the brackets on the headlights are cracked or just completely come off, so we need to fix those as well. But before we do that, guys, I do want to take this bumper off. Right now you're probably wondering why we've got the snap-on charge on the battery. That's because the battery is quite flat and the car's not starting. I do need to start the car and turn the wheel to the right, so I've got easy access to the bolts back up here. There's about 3-4 bolts I need to undo, so that's why I've taken the headlights out, because if you take the headlights out, you can get to the bolts from the top. So what I'm going to do is remove those bolts from both sides, take out the screws from the top here, and there might be some bolts underneath the bumper as well, so I've got to take those out. So yeah guys, I'm going to carry on with this. I'm going to get those bolts off, get this bumper off, and start the repairs in the bumper. Front bumper's off now guys, so as you can see just here, you've got quite a bit of damage back here. So this is a separate piece, this plastic one. It's got a massive crack running along there, so I will be replacing that piece just there. But once we've taken this plastic piece off, we'll have easy access to the back of this damage. So then that way we can easily plastic weld that together. So plan is to take this off, replace that, and then once we got to the back of this piece here, we can start the repair work on the front bumper. So if you look around here guys, there's a massive crack just there, and I thought that's the only bit of damage to this plastic piece, but there is a lot more damage than that. So you see this plastic sits up here like so, and there's a clip that sits inside there. There's another one that's supposed to be here but it's missing, so we'll have to replace this. And also guys, if you look down here, you'll see it's like an L-shaped bracket, and it just attaches to this this bit here. If you look on the right side, there is no L-shaped bracket because it's smashed off, so we'll have to basically replace this piece. Lucky for us, you can just take it apart. It is a separate piece just there. So what I'll do is I'll take this off, get the part number, order that in. It shouldn't cost too much, it should be cheap to be honest. It's just a piece of plastic, so yeah. Anyways, there's a crack just here as well guys. I have looked into it. I thought I could just take this piece apart and then just replace it or whatever, but I can't. This is actually one full piece. There's no joints. It literally, this thing here, it's the frame that sits around the rad pack, so I will have to plastic weld all that together, because I can't really justify replacing the whole piece just because of a crack just there. So I'll start by repairing the front bumper. I'll take this plastic piece off first, that way I'll have easy access to the back of the crack, so I can start the repair work on that. So yeah, let's get on with it. And just like that guys, the repair work is done. I've put a layer of mesh back there. I've welded it into the original plastic, and on top of that I've got the fibre flex as well to give it extra strength. And on the face side of it, I'll put a layer of fibre flex. I've opened up the gap a little and I'll put a layer of fibre flex over that. So that's nice and secure now. That's not going to open anytime soon. So that's done and out of the way. So I'm going to move on to this panel just here. I showed you guys before, it does have a massive crack just along here. I've already started the repair work. I've done this low bit just here, so I'm just going to carry on with the weld, get all that sealed off, get that rubbed down, make that nice and clean. Once that's done guys, I can start prepping the front bumpers and back bumper for paintwork. So I'll have to rub it all down, get all these bits and bobs off as well. So before we do that, we'll do the repair work on this bit first. Just finished off doing the plastic weld guys, so there we have it. That's all done and out the way. To be honest with you guys, this does be covered, so yeah, it looks a little messy down here, but it will be covered by a plastic panel that sits along this section just there. It's only the top part that does be exposed. I'm thinking I might just paint that, or might just spray it in a matte black just to kind of blend it off with the rest of the panel, because it has lost some of its colour, because it's normally darker than that. Anyways, that's that for now. I'm going to move on to the front bumper now. I'm going to basically get the fog lights, grills, everything off, get it stripped down. Once you've got it stripped down to the skin, I'm going to start working on rubbing this down, getting this nice and flat as well. Just any uneven surfaces on the front bumper, I'm going to get them nice and even. And on the bottom of the bumper, there's a lot of scratch marks as expected, quite deep as well to be honest. So we'll have to sand all this down, get it fully nice and flat. And once that's done, we can start getting it ready for primer. But before we actually get that in primer, we need to do the back bumper as well, because I want to prime them together. So once we've done the front bumper, I'll start working the back bumper. So without blabbering on too much guys, let's get all these bits and bobs off, let's get this bumper stripped, and let's get it prepped for paint. Right, so I just washed the front bumper and the rear bumper as well guys. They're both nice and dry now, so it's ready to work on. I have noticed there's a lot more damage than I actually thought. There's a lot of stone chips, a lot of scratch marks along the bottom of the bumper as well. There's a fair bit of work that needs doing to the front bumper. So I'll start by actually removing this massive screw which is in the middle of the bumper. I'm guessing whoever stole the car, they had that screw in there holding their dodgy plate, so I'll have to get that removed first thing. Once I've done that, I'll have to take care of the two bumps that are along here guys. So there's a massive bump just there, there's another one just down here as well. So we'll have to apply a bit of heat down there, get that pushed back, get that nice and flat and smooth as well. Once that's been taken care of guys, I'm going to sand down the whole bumper, get it nice and flat, and apply filler wherever it needs it. Alright, so it's the next day, and last night we stayed until 9:30 trying to sort the bumper out. So I've rubbed down pretty much the whole bumper, so that's all pretty much done. So now what I've got to do is get it prepped for the filler. So all the little bits and bobs that I couldn't really flat down with the sandpaper, I'll have to use filler to fill it in and then flat it down. So these deep scratches down here, I'll use a bit of filler down there. There's a few little marks just here. I'll have to use filler on that as well. It's just a skim of filler just to make sure it's nice and smooth. As well as that guys, I will be using thinners to get rid of all this residue from the tape. Hopefully once I've got rid of that, I can sand it a bit down so that it's nice and flat as well. So yeah, I'm gonna start by probably taking off the residue first. Once I've done that, I'll look at all the areas that need filler, mix some filler up as well, and apply the filler and get it nice and flat as well. So the filler's been applied now. I've put the filler wherever it needed filler. There's a lot of stone chips scattered around this region here, so there's quite a bit of filler around there. I know it looks like I've kind of overdone it in certain spots, but don't forget guys, it will be coming off a lot of the filler once I start rubbing it down. But here's the issue, I don't want to start rubbing it down because I don't have a mask. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this bumper to the side for now, and I'll start working on the rear bumper again, that pepped as well. You know, once I've got a mask, I'll start rubbing it all down. But for now guys, I'm going to move this to the side and I'll start working on the rear bumper. Guys, so we are going to end the video there. Thanks a lot for watching. I'm still working on the rear bumper. It does need a skim of filler, but like I said before, I don't want to start the filler work without a mask. So I think once I've got a mask, I'll start the filler work. I do need to order a few parts for the front. As you guys know, the upper plastic just here is completely torn off, so it needs to be replaced. This bracket here needs replacing as well. There's a few parts here and there that need replacing, so I will be ordering those tonight. And if you look down here guys, you've got the GTR, nice and polished. It does need a wash. But for now guys, Z has finished up the cut and polish and it's got a nice shine to it, mirror-like finish, like it just come out of the factory. I think once he's washed it all down, it's going to look really good guys. So yeah, we are going to be tinting the windows in black. If you guys want to have an input on what we do to the cars, follow us on Instagram, and a lot of times we do a lot of polls and we ask you guys what we should do to the cars. So the last one was, shall we wrap the roof in a black, yes or no? And a lot of you guys said yes, wrap it in black. So that's exactly what we're going to do. That will be the next GTR video. As well as that guys, we will be replacing the lower control arm on the driver's side. So yeah, for this video guys, we're going to end it there. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.